Hello, Virgo, and thank you so much for joining me. Gosh, the Strength card has just come out for you. So this is your general reading for the second half of January, the 16th through the 31st. Like I always say, usual spiel, it's a general reading. Just take what feels right, leave the rest. It's not all going to resonate on all levels, but just take what feels right for you. And if it does really resonate and you'd like to find out more, Virgo, and look at the future beyond, there is actually an extended reading. And the link is in the description box below for that. So, and I usually always pin a comment as well. So let's, Strength card. Let's have a look at this. Crossed by death. Wow. Big change. Okay, the Hermit, the Five of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. Okay. Gosh. Wow. Okay. Wow, the Empress. Wow, Virgo, this is great. The Tower. There is a big overhaul here of money, how money's been working in your life. Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Lovely. Do you know what? I want to pull one more card there. Wow, the Nine of Pentacles. So I was like, I know there's a pentacle there. I need to get to it. And the Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay. Virgo. So, gosh, there is a big change coming. Absolutely. And in this Strength card, this is actually Virgo meets Leo. It's the Maiden meets the Lion. And she's crossed by the Death card, which is, as I'm sure you all know, huge transformation and change. But this is going to take a lot out of you. It's about reining in. When these two cards come in together, it's looking at areas of our ego that have been stopping progress in our life, stopping us from changing, and in particular related to money and how we manifest money, what value we give to money, what value we give to ourselves, all of this sort of stuff. I mean, this could be related to something else. It could be related to, I'm getting very much it's a value system to how you value yourself here, Virgo. So, this is the maiden tames the lion. The lion represents the ego here. So, there is this sense that in order to look at something very honestly, and it can be confronting sometimes doing this, but it can be empowering. Looking at it and seeing the truth of a situation can set you free. So, yes, there is a big change and transformation coming. And, yes, it's going to require a lot of strength, internal strength, to look at what's happening deep down here. But it's seriously going to be worth it, Virgo, from what I can see in these cards. There's some really good stuff coming for you, particularly related to finances. So, but it is a matter of, interestingly enough, here you are again with the Hermit card. So, it's got a lot to do with who you are, your sense of self. I mean, this is your card in the major arcana. And interestingly enough, I feel like what I'm getting is that there's a part of you that's shining a light, and this is the energy. I'll just explain what the energy looks like, and then you can work out how it relates to you and how it feels for you. It's a part of you that is shining a light on another part of you, and it's something very deep down. It's something in the darkness. It's something that could be very subconscious even, or a very deep emotion or belief that has been there for a while. And it's like you're searching for answers and looking within yourself and understanding deep down that there is something that needs to change here on a very deep level. Relating to ego is interesting because ego can be good. Ego is your sense of who you are, your personality, sense of self. And, there's positive sides to that as well. We all need our self-esteem. We all need to be looking at our self-worth. But the negative side of that can be putting ourselves down as well. It's not just all about thinking you're better than everybody else. It's so many different aspects to it. And this is one of the aspects, is that negative voice that says, you don't deserve this, you're not worthy of this, those sort of voices that are coming through. And it's this very interesting process of self-examination, cross-examination even for some of you. So I feel like that you're doing quite a bit of soul searching and looking for some answers deep within. As to the bigger questions of why might you have been overlooked about something, why is money not coming to you, why does the universe not feel abundant in some areas, it's looking at those aspects of your life. In the recent past, and this is all happening because some good stuff's coming your way, Virgo. So in the recent past, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and there's so many pentacles coming into this reading. It's very much your element, and it's fabulous. It's beautiful energy coming through. So here's the Queen coming in and gifting you with something. And when this energy comes in, she's saying, look what you've got. Look what I'm giving you. Look after yourself. Look after your finances. Start caring more for this, caring more for yourself, caring more for your home and your career. You really need to start looking after this and nurturing this. And she comes and shows you this in whatever way she brings it. It can come in blessings. It can come in the opposite. So, but really I feel like this is a very nurturing and loving energy that's coming through here for you, Virgo, that's showing you very clearly how things could be different and what areas of your life you could be working on to bring in greater health, greater physical health, greater stability, more money, more value, all of this sort of stuff. So she is kind of saying, look, she's bringing this in a very gentle, soft way, and it's kind of like, I'm going to have a look and see what's going on here, why. And the Hermit is looking deep down into this, the Five of Pentacles at the base of the reading. And this is the subconscious block that is being shed the light on. And this is the feeling of lack of worth, being overlooked, not getting the promotion, not being paid enough. This can be debt. It can be not having anywhere to live. It's the opposite to what the Queen of Pentacles wants to bring in and has brought in and showed you in the past. So she could have shown you someone else that is living that way and you've gone, well, why don't I have that? Or she could have brought something to you and it's made you rethink how things have been previously and how you want that to sustain this good new energy that's coming to you. So there's a variety of ways that it's been brought in, but it's really highlighting. And it's very empowering. I find this process very empowering, Virgo, because it's you doing all this internal work. You're taking charge of it. It's stepping out of, it's the opposite of victim mentality. It's taking responsibility, reclaiming your power and reclaiming your self-worth in the process. So taking a very, very good look at this, at where you yourself have placed belief systems or limitations and so therefore attracted the energy of lack in your life when it comes to your value. And it's not necessarily money. Like I said, it can be someone not treating you right, people not treating you with respect. It can be all sorts of ways it manifests. And this is what's changing. It's a huge overhaul. And that's why we're saying there's a huge, beautiful, big change and transformation coming in for you. And that's why it's requiring a lot of strength. But if you can curb this ego part of yourself, and like I said, this ego part of yourself can be the negative voices, and it opens you up to limitless possibilities. So it's actually really amazing, an amazing process to go through, and look what's coming up at the beginning. In the near future. Look what's coming up in the near future, Virgo. The Ace of Pentacles, a new path opens, a brand new opportunity, a solid opportunity that now offers the promise of more money, more stability, everything that you're wanting to bring in, that you're working on. So immediately you see the results of this. So it's incredibly powerful. So this could come in the form of a job offer. It could be in the form of a new home, new housing. It can come in the form of a pay rise, or just an idea to start your own business, or something that's a money generating idea. It can come in the form of a way to look after yourself better. So, and just bring in more stability to your life. So it's going to feel really good. And this is what you're presenting as the Empress, the manifester, the abundant manifester. It's like, I want more. I want to bring more in. I now see that more is possible. The Divine Feminine, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Empress are working very, very strongly and powerfully together to show you what's possible. But also it's something that needs to be nurtured. It's something that needs to be it's something that you need to curate and look after and, you know, be open to receive as well. So she's basically come in and going very, you know, I want more abundance, and I'm willing to do what it takes. So that's why I love the fact you've got the Tower in the environment, because this is something's no longer fitting. Something's no longer for your highest good. So out it goes. A huge change. You've got the Death card and the Tower card. There's some big changes here. Now, depending on what your situation is, this could be really big, sudden, disruptive change, but all for the better, I would say. Or it could be, you know, a minor change. It can be a shift in routine. It can be, you know, more of an internal change. This can be letting down of some defenses or self-identity. So it can happen on so many different levels for you, Virgo, but either way, there is this huge shift and change because an old structure, an old version of you, of what you thought you were worth, is now being dismantled. So the fact this is coming up in your environment, you will notice this. People will notice it. So this can be changes to physical environments, like I said, but yeah, it's something that you will see in your physical reality. Now, hopes and fears, more pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles, and this is about setting up a really solid foundation. And this is kind of what you're doing. This is what you're setting up. But this time it's like you're setting up the four, and it's like going backwards, because the block that you're working on is the Five of Pentacles. And so it's kind of going, well, how did we get here? Because this wasn't built on a solid enough foundation. So let's go back and start again. So for some of you, that is a hope and a fear. Some of you want this fresh new beginning, this chance, a second chance, or an ability to build upon something again and take that step and go back and redo something and make it better this time. But for other people, for some of you, the idea of it would just be like, I can't even think about doing that, going back and redoing something again, going over something again. But the Four of Pentacles is all about your money, how you're moving and managing your money, and connected very much to your self-worth as well. So that can be fear of letting go of money in order to make money. But yeah, I mean, it's just a hope and a fear. So it has a lot to do with your self-worth and money, basically. So the outcome is the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. This is so beautiful. I love the fact that this is an outcome, because the Knight of Cups can now make some changes that makes him happy. It's bringing through some changes that brings financial independence, brings more money in. Happy to be on your own for some of you if you're leaving a relationship or a situation that just has not been good for you. It's happy. You're fine to be on your own. The Nine of Pentacles is like appreciating luxury. There's a luxury. There's abundance. It's everything that you need is coming in, and this Knight is heading straight for it with his cup full. So heart is heading towards, the heart is leading you and making some big changes here that is going to bring in a very strong sense of financial freedom as well for you. So It's a beautiful opportunity here that's being presented to you, Virgo, to step into these energies that are coming through. And it's no wonder that at the base of the reading we have the Ace of Swords, looking at areas in your life where you have been stuck, where you have limited yourself, where your belief systems have not made you happy. There's a lack of happiness or emotional depth, actually, for some of you. Maybe it's just, going after the dollar and not actually going after money that makes you happy. Or just not being able to see how you can improve that sense of value, sense of self-worth. So, it can be any of those things, but it's really just a part of your life that you have felt really stuck in, that is being transformed and changed here. It's really amazing. So, I'm just going to put this little charm back, which was from the previous reading, before we move on. Virgo. So let's pull an animal spirit energy, see what animal spirit energy is around. What does Virgo need to know? What animal spirit energy is around and can help Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? I can't get the card up. We have Peacock, but upside down, interestingly. And it's a much more grounded energy. The Peacock is interesting because the Peacock for me represents the ego. And it can be, when it's upright, it can be the ego in terms of a grandiose narcissist. Don't I look fabulous? Aren't I wonderful? I think I'm better than everybody else. But reversed, it's like we said, the other side, the self-deprecating side of, why do you think you look good? Everyone else looks better than you. It's the putting yourself down energy. And it's actually being grounded down. The fact that this turned upwards is an air sign, and this symbol here has become an earth sign. And it's a sense of grounding the ego. When this comes in again, it comes back to a challenge of centering and grounding your ego to get to the truth of who you truly are, and seeing that when you get to that truth, that a lot of the belief systems that we hold about ourselves quite simply aren't true. And so they're just saying the biggest challenge with this is grounding, because you need to be grounded in order to be open to this energy. It's earth energy. So however that works for you, whether it's going outside, standing in the earth, walking in nature, being in nature somehow, just spending some time meditating can ground you. So however that is, some people ground you when you're with them. So animals, whatever it is, it's saying that the grounding is going to be really, really important for you. So let's pull an intuitive message from the fairies and see what else the fairies have to say. What does Virgo need to know right now about all of this? What does Virgo need to know right now? We have himself and spirit dancer, beautiful. Set yourself free. There is so much. This is the energy of your soul saying it sees you. It has so much compassion for you. It sees the mistakes that we all make, and it loves you unconditionally. And it wants you. This is the energy where your spirit is saying, I want you to be free. I want you to be able to dance in the moonlight. I want you to be able to not feel financially burdened again. We want you to feel that this is very highly connected to Taurian energy, plus also Aquarian energy I'm getting here. So, I mean, we are moving from Capricorn into Aquarius season as well, but it's kind of like Taurus meets Aquarius is what I'm getting with these two cards. And it's a sense of allowing yourself to dream and be open to new possibilities and new ideas, but it has to be very grounded, and it has to be looking at what you're worth and what it's worth, and be very methodical and make sure it's well planned, and it's very it's coming from the right place, which is from spirit. So from the source as well. So yeah, it's really, really, there's some very, very powerful energies around coming in, aligning your head and your heart and aligning some parts of your body that is just showing me now that there's been some imbalance with just showing kind of imbalance between what I'm being shown is the left side. So it's like around the heart and the right shoulder. So it's kind of like that diagonal. So it's like you're slightly being twisted one way or the other, just slightly off balance energetically. It could even be physical for some of you. And this is where there's like, there's just something, maybe the way that you're holding your body. This might be only specific to some of you, but it's showing that there is the left and the right sides have not been balanced. There's been a twist to one side. So that's what it's doing. It's coming in and aligning and balancing you energetically and physically. So it's, and also if you're imbalanced, then, you know, it's harder to be grounded. So yeah, it's, and that's where you're going to feel really good, Virgo. It's your element, the earth, element of earth. So it's connecting back in with that, connecting back in with who you are. So let's pull one final charm for you and let's see what comes out. Oh, peace. Peace, the peace symbol. It's very, very beautiful. And yeah, it's finding that inner peace. This is what I'm getting. But what I'm also getting is this is I don't know if any of you have Libra in your chart, but if you do, check out that reading because it's about what they're showing me is similar thing to what they showed me in Libra is that this peace symbol is bedazzled. They're saying that those little bumps are representing jewels, and this is like dazzling peace. It's peace that perhaps is unbelievable. Peace that really does shine. It's from another element. It's got an otherworldly element to it, or an ethereal, ephemeral, high spiritual element to it. It's something that the light of this piece will dazzle and shine, and it will be like, I almost can't look at that. It's just so bright, but not in a bad way, just in a way of I didn't actually even know that that could exist. So it's interesting energy they're showing me here. So this is all, like I said, all the energies that come up are potentials. This is a great time to start looking at bringing in more money and overhauling some systems that haven't been working for you, or anything to do with your value. So thank you so much for joining me, Virgo. This is the end of your YouTube reading. I'm going to take it over to Vimeo now and look at the future beyond. I'm going to ask what more information you need to know about all of this, and we'll go from there. So if you'd like to find out more, the link is in the description box below and delve into this more deeply. Love it if you could come over. It's always fascinating. And I usually pin a comment as well. But if this is where we're leaving each other, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this helped and resonated. This sort of reading, it can be challenging. There's a challenge posed there, but it's also liberating and exhilarating and empowering at the same time. So yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of amazing potential here. So thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, subscribe, or leave a comment or share. I do really appreciate that. And take care, Virgo. I'll see you next time. Bye.